Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 4170 Southwest Bantam Avenue here in Forest Grove. We're located down inside the crawl space, going through a 3-inch ABS clean out as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running up just ahead of here. And away we go here, and it sounds like the line is on a septic system, so it just transitioned there over to cast iron pipe. I apologize for all the noise. It's such a tight spot down here that I've just got to leave the microphone running. Okay, so it looks like we've got dirt coming into the line right here. At about 23 feet out, appears to be a compromised joint. And that transitions over to PVC pipe right here. Anyway, I am going to recommend a repair there at 23 feet. And we'll try and locate this at the end. It also looks like it's transitioning here. The diameter is changing. It looks like to 4-inch pipe. As best I can tell. It could have also just become offset there too, but and that looks. I think this is our tank connection right here. I actually think we're looking at upside down right now. This is how the camera actually comes into here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back just a little bit because this bad joint is right up next to the tank here. I am going to locate and get this marked for repair right here at this spot at 23 feet. That'll also give us the location of the tank. I wanted to point this out to you here real quick. This last, from 23 feet to the tank connection here at about 25 feet. It's a pretty short section of pipe. Not looking great. It's completely bellied out. So I'm going to recommend a repair here from 23 feet to 25 feet to correct the standing water issue. It's all the way up to, it looks like it's 4-inch diameter pipe, and the pipe is completely full there. Anywhere from 3 to 4 inches of water, depending on whether you have the sink running or not. Either way, it's a lot of water. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Line goes out the rear of the house. I've got some X markings down on the ground. There's an X at each end of the spot repair, a couple dots in between, just showing how the pipe runs there. We're only at 1 foot 8 inches deep. It's very shallow, very easy to get to. There's a Y connection coming into here. Unfortunately, I don't know where it's coming from or how to gain access to it. I don't know what its point is at all. But anyway, I do recommend a spot repair here to correct this. This is obviously open to the ground. We have dirt pouring into the line. And then this has settled quite a lot here to the point where we've got 4 inches of standing water in the line. It's a spot where, and this is a fairly common thing to have happen with septic tanks. A lot of times the tank will settle and pull the line down with it there and cause them to disconnect or settle significantly. And that's what we've got going on here. So anyway, I recommend that be corrected. I'm going to try and get this camera lens cleaned off to the point where we can actually see this cast iron pipe here. Now we've got a lot of stuff hanging from the pipe here. It's extremely difficult to tell the condition of the cast iron when it's like that. I'll try and do this one more time here. It looks like little cave stalactites. There's a lot of that stuff hanging from the cast iron. Unfortunately, it impedes our view of what the condition of it looks like. This stuff does happen with cast iron over time. That right there is a clean out. But anyway, what often happens is due to clogs and things like that, stuff will collect on the pipe. This right here at 13 feet, that appears, it's really hard to tell if that is a root intrusion there. I'm going to go locate this to see where it's at exactly. This may be within the house. Looks very, very similar to hair, but roots and hair look very similar to each other in general. So I'll try and locate and see where this is at exactly. Okay, so I'm picking up the camera locator inside the crawl space at this point. That doesn't mean that it's not roots, but given that both of these bathrooms down at this end of the house are right next to this area here, and this is more than likely going to be hair. You can still get root growth inside of the house, though, so don't get me wrong. That can happen if you know, this is fairly close to the foundation of the home. At this point, though, I can't confirm either way whether that is roots or hair. There's so much junk built up over the top of it that it's impossible for me to discern whether it's hair or roots, or it's likely one of those two issues. It being inside the home, there's a better chance that it is hair rather than root intrusion coming through there. But I am going to recommend a hydrojet. You can pick between a hydrojet or an auger. The jet is going to blast debris out a lot easier. This cast iron pipe has got a lot of junk built up in it. You can see up at the top there, it looks like old grease and buildup and things like that. I would recommend getting it jetted to clean the line out. And as far as the condition of the cast iron there, it appears to still be in good shape as far as I can tell. Just about every square inch of it, though, is covered up with some type of grease buildup or something like that. So it does make it difficult. What I recommend is having the drain cleaning guys camera the line after they've cleaned it out to show you that they have indeed cleaned it properly. And at that point, you might get a better picture of that spot there at about 12-13 feet. There's a decent chance what's right there, just past that, or just where we can't see. It's very common to have that, or a drain, like an auxiliary drain from a sink or a shower tub ties in, and you'll get hair caught right where it ties into the main line. So I really recommend jetting it, get all that junk cleaned out of there. I do recommend a spot repair to fix the belly and compromised joint on the outside of the house. Again, that's 1 foot 8 inches deep at the rear of the home. That's marked with white paint. And I recommend re-scoping the line. What I would do is get it repaired, get it jetted, and then try and re-scope it all at once. You can check both items at the same time. You're not doing a whole bunch of different scopes, but you want to make sure the line gets re-scoped after the repair is finished, to make sure it was done correctly. A lot of issues happen at the time of installation, so you definitely want to make sure you do that. Aside from the stuff I've mentioned, though, the rest of the line that we can see clearly, the ABS plastic part of it is in good condition. It's got good flow, and the cast iron pipe has good flow. There's so much junk collected in it, I can't tell if it's in good shape or not. It appears to just be a bunch of buildup over the top of good pipe. It's very common for septic system lines to look like that, too. So.